Hello and welcome to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life in Wales. So today this is Clive's art studio and well, let's call it Clive's Art Academy, Acrylic Art Academy. So I want to talk about colour mixing. I've done some seascape mixes before on another lesson which I'll put up in the iCards there, where we use Phthalo blue and white and black and ultramarine blue, etc, etc. I've also done a couple of oranges there as well. I'll leave you have a look at that one. But today I want to do greens. It's important that when we paint that we learn to mix our own colours, and the first thing we think about when we talk about making greens is yellow, in fact. So let's put a little bit of yellow on our board over there. I'm going to put a bit of yellow in each group. There we go. It's a bit lumpy dumpy today, doesn't matter. Put a bit of yellow in each group. There we go. So we got a nice start there. There we go, that's great. So I'm going to, traditionally you should use a palette knife to mix your paints. That's another thing that I'm going to be doing today, is using my palette knife. Okay, so without further ado, the first thing we think about green is blue. Blue and yellow make green. We all know that, but there's a couple of different types of blues that make different types of green. So let's have a look at what we've got here today. We've got some ultramarine blue. Let's start off with a little bit of ultramarine blue. Let's put a little bit of ultramarine blue there. So let's just get a little bit of yellow. There we go. And let's just get a small amount of blue, just a small amount of blue, just to mix with that. And you can see that's a lovely green. And obviously if you add a bit more yellow, and you can thin that right down, then you get a lighter green. Just using that green again. Let's just move a bit of that over there. And just using that green into this yellow, you can get a lovely mix of green all the way through to that tone. Bit more green, bit more yellow, bit more blue. Let's make a nice darker blue, green. Just increasing the blue a little bit at a time. It's better to add a little bit at a time, because you can't take it away, but you can add to it. You can see that's getting a nice rich dark green. So let's add a little bit of that there, and let's add a bit more blue to that, and it's virtually like a blue green. Now you can see that's nice and dark going into that colour there, and that colour's going into that colour there, like that. So you can see there's a nice tonal range of colours. Let's get a bit of that green there. Let's get a bit more blue. So we've got a nice dark green all the way down, right down to a very light green there. So again, that's just ultramarine blue. There are different types of blue. There's processed blue, there's cobalt blues, there's cerulean blues, which are more on the green side, but I'm going to use a phthalo blue green shade. This is a phthalo blue. The only range I found this is in the Dale & Roney Kryler artist range, a heavy body paint. I've only got one tube of this, but I thought this would be a nice blue to try and mix a green with, because they said there's things like, we've got cobalt blues, that's a warmer blue, we've got a processed blue there, that's more of a neutral type of blue. We've got a cerulean blue there, which is a very pale blue, but I said that's more on the green side. So try all these different mixes, let's just get a bit of paint there. We're going to pinch a bit of that paint. Why not? We can do that. Let's just get a small amount of blue. There we go. And let's go into there. This is a different type of green now. You're gonna. This is. I find this is a warmer type of green. There you go. I can find that's a warmer type of green. And you can take that all the way down. Let's just pinch a bit more yellow. Take that all the way down to its virtually yellow there. Like that. Adding this up. A bit more blue. Don't want to go too dark too quickly. So these are just conventional ways of making a green. There you can see that's a lovely green there, and we can keep adding blue to that like we did on the top one, where we are making it darker and darker and darker. This is not my favorite way of making greens. I got a trick up my sleeve when it comes to making green, and you see you can get it really, really dark by using the phthalo blue green shade till it gets really, really dark, more of a blue than a green. Then so you can see that's a nice way of mixing colours. Now, what is less known with greens, what is less known with greens, let's do it this way, it's easier, is the use of blacks. But this particular black is a Mars black. There are lamp blacks, there are carbon blacks, and I like a Mars black because the simple reason is this is a blue black, and so it's got blue in it, so it wouldn't be surprising to find, let me just give it a shake, it wouldn't be surprising to find that this is going to make a green because it's a blue biased. It's got a blue biased to it. So we need a tiny little bit of black like this. You see, it's quite highly pigmented, so we don't want to kill our green. You can take that all the way down, 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 all the way down there, like that. Let's just increase that up there like that. There we are, and let's just add a bit more yellow to that. You can see you can take that right down. It goes like an olivey green actually. It goes like an olivey green. This, I love mixing greens with a Mars black. It's a bit more black in. You can see it's like an olive green. So just only a small amount of black you need to this, because you can see how pigmented this black is and how it's going to react against the yellow, the brightness of the yellow. And I started to add a bit more black now. We can get that right dark. So you can see this is a wonderful green if you're going to do a tree or something like that, or leaves. You can add a bit of black and you can have a bit of this phthalo blue to it to change it, or you can add a little bit of ultramarine and Mars black to make the green. So you've got plenty of room to maneuver with this green. Let's just make that up like that. There we go. And we can darken this up a little bit more, black to it. There we go. Get it right dark. Now this would be a good underpainting. For an underpainting, you can put the dark. You can go into the dark and then slowly build up. And as you've seen me do with my trees and my landscapes, you've seen me build up, always go dark to light. So you're putting the dark in and then you're building up and lightening up the highlights that way. And then the more black you put in, obviously the darker that's going to get into a point where it actually becomes black. But that's a lovely way of doing a landscape. Either or those will give you can see that's already starting to dry like more of a blue color, and this is more of a black, dirtier color. Now the other black I like to use, this is actually a golden acrylic that I'm using, and I don't use a lot of carbon black, hence the reason why I've only got a small tub of it. I don't use blacks much at all in my paintings, in fact. But this will give you a similar type of effect to that. Let's just get a little bit of yellow up there. Now that's just the black that's on my palette knife from actually putting it on my palette. There you go. So you can see that obviously the more yellow and more of this you add to yellow, this green, you can add yellow to this green, it'll go right down, nice light colour. So we'll start from that part. There we go. We'll start from there and just add a little bit more green. So when you're adding a darker colour to a lighter colour, always go a tiny little bit at a time. Don't try not to overkill it, because it's so easy to overmix this stuff. And before you know it, you have this big pile of paint and you're thinking, oh my god, I've wasted all that paint. But scrape it up, put it in a little container, put some cling film over it, spray it with some water. There's been said you can even freeze paint as well, so you could do that, but obviously with the ice crystals forming in the paint, what you're going to do is you're going to be thinning that down once it's defrosted. So be very, very careful if you're going to freeze your paints to save them. But don't ever throw any paint away. Try and save it if you can, because you never know when you might need that colour, even if it's just for an underpainting. There we are. Even if it's just for an underpainting, you never need to waste paint. And again, that's going to go dark all the way down there, all the way down to the scale. There we go. You can see that's a lovely green as well. Quite like that. One of the colours you wouldn't think of to add to a yellow to make a green is a burnt umber. Now I quite like this in landscape paintings and things, and I use this a lot in underpaintings of landscapes and stuff. And I like the burnt umber instead of blacks, sort of darkening colours anyway, because it's not so harsh on a colour by using a little bit of burnt umber. So let's just use a tiny bit of burnt umber into this yellow. You can see it's going a little bit green there. Can you see that little tint of green to that? I used this in one of the paintings I did recently to show you. So obviously the more burnt umber you add to that. And this is a lovely colour for landscapes, really is. Gives that earthy look to a green that you might want. And again, same type of principle. Obviously the more you add, the darker this is going to get. There you go. And the browner it'll become rather than green, because the less yellow you're using and the more brown you're using, then obviously it's going to go more towards the brown side. You can see that's just changing there like that. So all I suggest you do is play around with these colour mixes. It's a nice way to make a green, and these are really all good for landscapes and trees and all that wonderful things that we actually come to paint. So just play around. So that's Ultramarine Blue, that's Phthalo Blue green shade, that's Mars Black, Carbon Black and Burnt Umber, all mixed with a Cadmium Medium Yellow. There we are. Give it a try, see what you come up with. There's another selection of colours there you can play around with, in conjunction with the blues that I'm going to put up in the iCards there. Give it a try. You never know until you try, and you could save yourself a lot of money by just grabbing a blue and a yellow, or a black and a yellow to make it green. You don't need to buy greens. So thank you very much for joining Clive's Acrylic Art Academy today. And I hope that's been of use. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Leave a message in the comment box below for me if you want any questions answered. And in the meantime, just thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Don't forget that thumbs up. Bye.